What is going on, everyone? We're back again with the second episode of Otakus of South Florida. I am your host, the Silverback Senpai, and joining me is my co-host, Waluigi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your boy, long time no see, Waluigi, unlicensed waifu hunter, back at it again with two new guests.
Coco.
Hi, I'm Coco or Coco via VLL on Instagram. I'm a cosplayer and wig stylist from Miami. I've been cosplaying for like 8ish years now, and yeah, it's been good so far up to this point, and I hope it continues.
All right, and last but not least,
Hi, my name is Logan. I'm a South Florida cosplayer based in Miami. I've been cosplaying for about a year now, and find me on Instagram at astral_pioneer.
all righty. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. This episode and the topic of this discussion, which I invited these two lovely guests with us, is what not to do at a con. And with my experience going to cons since 2017 and up until 2020, before the pandemic, I always have a great experience. Like overall, I typically have a very great experience meeting new people, interesting and awesome cosplays and whatnot, interesting stuff that goes on in the convention and whatnot. However, there are some things that you do notice from time to time where it's like a big no-no, and these are things that I would not do at a console. Before I even explain my reason, I want to hear from everybody else's like on point of view. Like, what are some things that you should not do at a con?
I think a main thing that cons are like taking control of now is like the no touch rule, like cosplay isn't consent. So
Right.
that's a really good thing that they're taking care of now, but that's like a big no-no because I don't know. My opinion or a thing is like a lot of people can't separate the cosplayer to the character, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Like, I want to elaborate a little bit more on that. Like, why is that? Like, is it because you have some people who are just way too touchy feely with cosplayers and whatnot to the point where they're not respecting the person's space and be like, hey, you're not asking me to touch you. I don't feel comfortable with you, touching me or whatnot, even though I am cosplaying as a character.
Yeah, like for example, if I'm like cosplaying like a sexy character, for example, and like the character's like lewd in a way or whatever, people will probably think like, oh, since she's cosplaying that character, they're cosplaying that character, I can do like what the character does in like that way, you know?
What about you, Logan? What are your thoughts? Like, what are
Um,
things not to do?
so I was actually going to mention that, but I was going to build off of it.
Okay.
Because I feel like conventions, at least depending on where you go, it's definitely focused a lot around cosplay, and a lot of the do's and don'ts are around cosplay.
Right.
So I guess we could start off that just to branch off of it. Definitely the touchy thing, especially now with the knowing everyone knows now the 2021 con scene is going to be really hectic, especially with the personal space thing. So that's going to have to be ramped up to like 11, despite like even besides the whole character out of character thing. So that's going to have to be enforced definitely. The other thing I feel it does branch off of the people taking how someone's dressed as a character a bit seriously. Also in the way that people like treat you. Like I have seen personally, like certain people will like insult someone because of the way that they're dressed. Like they're not insulting the person, they're like insulting the character, whether they're like a villain or something like that. Like they take it to the extreme. Again, it's not as prevalent, at least I haven't seen it too much, but that's definitely a no. But yeah, I think when it comes to cosplay, like do's and don'ts, I think those two are kind of the main issues. Now, if you want to branch off into other parts of the cons, like panels, that's a whole nother story.
Right. Like, I mean, we could touch on that because it's everything centered around
Yeah.
cons. Like, these are what not to do at a con. So we can, talk and elaborate more on it, like different experiences, panels, show floors, things like that. So by all means, like, share me your thoughts and ideas on that because I would like to, know more so that way the viewers, the people who are watching, is they know, hey, these are some things that you should not do at a con when you go to a con.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely it's the personal space thing. And like I said, now that like, COVID's a big thing, it's not just don't come up and like touch me for a reason. Now it's like stay back a good degree.
Yeah.
I know that uh, I'm kind of wondering how cons are going to handle it now, big or small. Like for example, I know Otaku Fest is coming up this January, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
Right.
Um, but again, I think a big thing that tends to happen, it's less between cosplayer to cosplayer. It's more people that are new to cons, where it's the taking how someone is dressed in character a bit too seriously, whether it's just like just for fun or like going over the top. I think the big issue is just like acting a bit too much in character, to the point of harassment at times. And I've experienced just a little. I've experienced like harmless kind of fun with it, but there are people I know that have definitely, it's bad experiences.
Okay. What about you, Waluigi? What are your thoughts? What are some no-nos not to do at cons?
Well, basically piggybacking on the don't touch it kind of feeling. There was this cosplayer I was looking at, Deep Pity. I don't know if you've seen that Deadpool that do a bunch of ridiculous videos of gay
I
cosplayers.
I
He does
watched them. Yeah.
he does everything with like consent prior, and I don't think most people
Yeah.
get that hint. And they might literally take it as Deadpool can do whatever he wants.
Right. Like if you're
It's a
dressed as
form.
Deadpool, you can just do what you want and act however you want because oh you're Deadpool or whatnot. But not knowing that hey I'm an actual person. These are actual people dressed up as characters, even though they may act like the character, but they're not the character.
Definitely, and make sure you don't stick to the persona of the character unless it's for an act, unless you're giving someone a heads up, some kind of notice that they can be aware of. But I also like to add, if you're underage, make sure you have an adult or a friend with you at all times.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. Like if you're an underage cosplayer, make sure you're with an adult, with somebody at all times because you do have those creepy guys or even creepy women that just tend to follow around minor underage cosplayers and whatnot and just
Mhm.
kind of stick around with them for long periods of time. Usually a lot of people kind of overlook it, but just let the person know that, especially if they're just like following you around, which I'm going to go into another no not to do is following someone. But if you're underage, if you're under the age of 18, make sure you're with someone that you actually trust. And if you see someone tailing you and just following you around, like you can kind of see someone like their behaviors and their body language. But if you know that hey, this person's following them, approach them and be like, hey, why are you like following me or whatnot? Because everywhere I go, you're kind of there. And if they keep doing that, then of course let the staff know so that way that can be handled and situated. So that way, people like that you don't want them around cons at all.
Yeah. I know it's easier in like smaller con scenes. Like for example, I mentioned Otaku Fest. I
Right.
know, oh, because I only really have experience here in South Florida where there are smaller cons and you have more ability to like um, kind of handle it. But I feel like an issue that needs to be addressed is larger cons where they have such a big reputation. For example, I guess SuperCon or anything like that,
Right.
where you have these events and you have creepy people. It's unavoidable. And the con is so big that they kind of just don't pay it mind unless they're like forced to take action. And I feel like that's something that needs to be kind of put in place where larger cons need to have staff that are a bit more, I guess, interacting with people, less of like a corporate sense. I'm sorry if the wording's a bit bad,
That's
but
fine.
I
where it's
understand what
just
you're saying.
yeah, where larger cons need to be able to take care of that instead of just oh we'll get to it or whatever. You go to a larger con, you see all these security and whatnot, but are they doing what they need to be doing?
Yeah.
And on that case, and if they are going to do that, at least especially for newer cosplayers, like you said, underage cosplayers, they need to be reminded that they can go to people and tell them, uh, if you make it so that it's a comfortable environment to be able to report activity like this, doing that it makes a huge difference because it means less people get harassed in the future, and it's a nice con scene for everyone else.
Agreed.
Yeah. Definitely. Like I've heard stories from people where they've had like people follow them around the con and whatnot, and it's not people younger than them. It's usually like people older. They're just like tagging them around and whatnot, just following them wherever they go, and it's kind of creepy. And like if you're one of those people that do that, you're just following a cosplayer around. Even if you're trying to catch up to them or get a photo with them or whatnot, just respect a person's space. Don't follow them or whatnot, because even though they may not notice, other people around may take notice and be like, this person is just following this person. It's kind of looking suspicious, because usually people will notice that and point that out and be like, hey, be careful, because so and so is following you. And then sometimes you may never know if that person is just shy or nervous to approach people. So and be like, hey, I would like to take a photo with you or ask you a couple of questions. Just be respectful of the a person's space. Don't follow them everywhere. Like, just don't. It's just no.
It's just like mostly. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You can go.
Go ahead.
It's like just mostly just respecting boundaries. Like I feel like a lot of people overstep boundaries at conventions. Like it's an anime convention or a game convention, and they think like, oh, I don't talk to many people, or like I don't do this. Let me hang out with them, but like without asking, it's like okay, it's kind of awkward in a way.
That definitely is.
I would like to say that another, what not to do at a con is not have hygiene. Please.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Please.
No!
Listen. If you're gonna go to a con, whether you're in cosplay or if you're not in cosplay, please take care of yourself. Shower, put on some deodorant, and look, make sure you have someone that check you and be like, am I okay? Am I smelling good? Am I good? Like, if you're a grown adult, you should not have to ask someone to check if you're good, because that should be a normal thing. Like,
to say this.
don't go to a public place where there's gonna be a lot of people and you smell like a damn animal. Like, no.
Wait, I just remembered, you guys are JoJo cosplayers. There's that line, Kono no Dio. It's you need Dio. I'm sorry, I had to use a dad joke.
Oh my god. Listen.
I think the other thing is with hygiene, even to go back to the bigger con situation.
Right.
It's everyone kind of knows that when you go to a big con, you're risking getting sick. I mean, for example, last home at I came home and I got like a small virus or whatever, because there's so many people. Hygiene goes into that. Like, if you're feeling sick, don't go to a con, because you're going to be spreading that to a lot of people, especially now.
Yeah.
Like, reduce the saying about going to a con and likely getting sick. If you're feeling sick, you can go to another con. It's okay to stay home.
Yeah, like literally, like if you're not feeling well, if you feel like something may not be right with you or whatnot, go get checked out first. Just make sure you're okay, and if you're 100% good, then by all means attend. If not, then stay home, so that way not everybody else can get whatever you're getting.
And don't forget to shower.
And like a. Oh, sorry. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Go ahead. You're fine.
A big thing is like when they even like ask you for a picture, and like you want to say no, but you look like a butthole if you say no. So you kind of have to be like, okay, I guess. And you just smell like bad BO. You're like you puke in your mouth a little bit.
I mean, I think you should have the right to just deny like a photo, because I know.
Okay, but like if they come up to you and they're like, "Hey, can I get a photo?" and I'm like, "Okay, sure," and then they come up to you and they smell like rancid, it's like, is it too late to say? Is it too late to say no?
The extra Dorito ranch cheese.
I've seen someone walking around. I've seen someone walking around the con. I think it was a photo, so I didn't see it in person. But someone's walking around with like a whole duffel bag full of deodorant, handing it out. Like, Axe body spray.
Were they at home at? I think they're at home.
No,
at.
I just saw a photo. I don't remember.
I saw it on Reddit.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Reddit too. Like, you literally had a guy that is just like, he like has all deodorant and whatnot, and just walking around, just if anyone wants.
Can we do that in Otakus? Can we please do this?
Yes,
Oh my
like a whole little booth, like
a
little
hygiene police.
It was I, Dio.
Just bring out a
Listen,
little
like,
wooden cart.
from
Yeah.
all the horror, from all the horror stories I hear of like bad smelling people and me experiencing it, I always carry like a little perfume. and I'm like, do I smell bad? Like I'm just always on top of it because like I'm scared just because of that reason.
Yeah.
I have emergency in my car, and I know that feeling too.
Oh, and it goes for cosplayers too. That if you're wearing a lot of layers and you know you're gonna sweat, especially here in South Florida, just wear deodorant.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It takes
Yes.
20 seconds.
Yes,
Love with
I
love,
agree.
goddammit.
When people wear latex
Oh,
and
Oh god. Oh,
the
oh.
latex smell. Listen,
Oh my god.
I love my Dio cosplayers, but when they wear latex and they smell funky, it ain't right. I'm sorry.
No one ain't trying to smell like the world though.
Listen.
These are JoJo puns. I am so sorry, guys.
I will say,
I'm used to it.
with with the pandemic and everyone, having to wear a face mask in public and whatnot, at least you don't have to smell people's bad breath.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Wait,
Really?
what?
Listen.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, what?
I work at a cookie place and like I smell things I shouldn't be smelling behind my mask.
I thought you only smell cookies, man.
I wish. But, it'd be like that.
Moving from, I guess, cosplayers, I mentioned before panels, because panels is another part of the con where it's like,
Right.
it's less vague, but it's more specifics where it's like, I guess, manners and whatnot should be taken into account. I've hosted about, I'd say, like a panel or two, and so I haven't had any bad experiences, but again, it's about what I've heard around the area. I think respect within a panel is important. Not interrupting, especially if someone's trying to do like a serious thing. It can get kind of heated, especially if they're talking about like characters.
Oh.
Some people take things too passionately.
I understand.
Anyway.
It's hence why I don't do panels on specific characters. I'm like, I'll do an educational panel, but I'm not going to talk about any established characters. Because if I say one thing wrong, it's going to haunt me. Somewhere in like the hundreds of people there.
The JoJo cosplayers come after you.
Oh boy.
It won't be the first time.
Wait, what? Hold on.
All I can say is just the JoJo community in cosplay is it's a 50-50 thing.
They're kind of quirky.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah, let's call it quirky and call it a day there.
It's bizarre as fuck.
Luigi and his puns, man.
I don't know. The dad
Bizarre,
jokes.
if you will. Yeah.
Instead of waifu hunter, you should be called dad joke hunter.
I'm a dad joke master. It's also in my bio.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Absolute power move.
Actually, no, it's not anymore. What am I saying?
Oh. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other things in cons because I just go straight to like cosplay and panels. Because the showroom floor.
Respecting property.
True.
Like at tables like artists and whatnot.
No, like for example, there'll be like a nice little hedge area, and then some head ass just jumps in it. It's like, why? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just like respecting property. Like a lot of people think like, haha, convention. Let me destroy the whole venue. But then people don't think how it affects the convention, the people that are holding the convention, because then the hotel can be like, pay up.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, you're not here anymore.
Vandalization and all sorts of fees would come into play.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's a big thing that people don't really know about. It's just respecting. Just how I'd say, like, if you want to do it at your house, why would you do it here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Amen.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if I was going to piggyback on what I said earlier, but about having an adult. Also, have an adult if you plan on drinking if you're over the age of 21.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't taken that into account, but I'll agree.
Especially if someone's like drunk and have no sort of guidance or some kind of second angel in the shoulder.
Yeah. The con mom or dad.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Like, be around
so
someone
shit.
that that's going to be, that's, a very well-respected and responsible person. So that way, even if you screw up, there's at least someone that's just going to, look out for you. Even though you may be a giant, mess, but hey, you're surrounded with people that's going to, look out for you and they have your best interests. It's just, I would say overall, just don't act like an ass when you go to cons or whatnot. Just,
Agreed.
be respectful, be an adult, and overall, you're gonna end up having fun. And I also do want to say that another thing, what you don't want to do is don't waste people's time. Like, don't waste their
True.
time if you're even having a conversation with them or whatnot, and you're just dragging it out. Like, usually people, when it comes to in the con scene, people are just either in and out or just always constantly on the go until they take a break and they stop. Like, if their person's just passing by or whatnot, make some small talk, but don't keep them there for a long period of time. Like, let them pass, and then eventually, if y'all meet up again, then y'all can pick up where you left off. But don't just stop them, completely
Agreed.
waste their time, and now all of a sudden, wherever that they needed to go, what had to do, they end up forgetting about it, or it was already too late. Because that has happened to some people before. It's happened to me before. So don't waste people's time. Like,
Oh, it's happened to me too.
like keep it moving, keep it short, keep it moving until you guys meet again.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to bring up is I guess like towards like showing respect towards vendor tables, whether they're just vendors or artists, in terms of respecting property, because the amount of times I've heard of people saying like people just come up and they'll touch their art,
Right.
smear prints, especially if it's like gloss prints or their charms or whatever.
Getting their grubby fingerprints.
The
all over.
greasy, unwashed hands.
That's why you have to see all these like giant do not touch things, and still people don't read it or they just don't care.
Oh my god, that's like my job. We have like a cookie display, and I'd be like, "Don't touch it," and the kids are like,
"That's kids." They're even like, but they're just purely like teenagers that'll do it. Like I remember selling art once, and someone like came up and just like I was selling these little drawings. It was like it wasn't a print or anything. It was just I was just doing it on the go. And some kid just came up, like grabbed it, rolled it around his vape, and was like, "Will this fit around my vape?" And then put it back down. And I had this rolled up, crinkled piece of drawing. I didn't even have time to react to it.
"Why didn't you charge him?" Oh, he just walked away.
Because yeah, I was a freshman in high school. What was I supposed to do? Like
Oh no!
5 years
Poor
ago.
soul. I would have thrown it back at him.
It was my first time ever selling, and I just sat there.
God bless you. I've been so angry. I'd be like, "Get back here! Give me money.
But
You break, you buy."
But I agree with you on that one, Logan. That respect the vendors, their property and whatnot. If they say don't touch, don't touch. And another one, if they say no photography or videography, like none, just like respect it. Like even if you're like gonna take like a video or photo or whatnot, ask them first to see if it's okay. If it's not okay, then don't be salty about it. Don't have like a sour face. Just calmly respect it and be like, okay, I can respect that, and keep it moving.
Definitely.
Because people are trying to not only make a profit with the stuff that they're trying to sell, but that's their own intellectual property, which people don't understand. Like, they don't want that out there to be on the internet freely without their consent, because this is what they've created, this is what they built, and they don't want people to take photographs or videographs and then they see it somewhere else on the internet without their credentials.
I think the videoing also goes towards cosplayers as well, because I think everyone that's cosplayed to a good degree has seen like those people that they'll just be passing you by and just videoing you and just like this, and they won't stop. It's just really weird.
It's just really uncomfortable. Yeah.
Like I know it tends to be like the older demographic, but regardless, no matter who it is, like if you like a photo, you can come up and ask. Like I don't mind. I don't view myself as like some major figure. Just come ask for a photo.
We don't bite.
Not that hard. Yeah. But I think it goes in the same thing of just ask before video or photo or anything like that. It's just common decency, I guess.
Yeah,
and back like to the the videoing and taking pictures. We know what you're doing. Like if you're taking a picture in like a weird angle, we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
They do it like this. They like shove it in their face and they're
No,
walking,
like
panning.
God
It's
damn,
so
Grandpa.
weird.
What's
No,
your
like-
Snapchat?
like they'll be like, haha, and then like the flash goes off and is just like.
I haven't seen it that like bad.
I have not seen that yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
One day,
You should look out for it.
it's like hilarious.
No one does that with my cakes all out.
There's like another thing like within the pictures, like taking photos and videos around where it's like those creeps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
taking-
yeah.
It's
The
like
old ladies.
the ladies, please.
Neckbeards.
Neck beards,
There's
incels.
always one. There's always
Are we
one.
now friends?
There's
Oh my
always
God.
at least one.
Great
Um,
minds think alike.
No, yeah.
I like you guys.
I'm trying to think. What else is there to cover? Because like one, it's been a long time since I've been to a con now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It has.
Last time we went
So-
to
Centuries,
Super.
millennia.
Millennials. Drama.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I allowed to comment? Am I allowed to comment on
Feel the
this?
tea.
By all means, yes.
I'm just gonna like.
Oh no!
It does. No. I'm not.
You're
I'm
gonna
not,
cancel
like,
again?
Oh, that'd be
Wait,
cool.
what again?
No,
We'll talk about it later.
stuff, no.
Okay.
But on like a, I guess, lighthearted note, I think this goes in general. Something that's happened, at least I've seen through the cosplay community, especially during the pandemic, is because it's all been online, and so the whole mindset is shifted to through online. I think the cosplay community has become less in more modern years about making costumes and just having fun. In general, just the con thing. It doesn't have to be cosplay. And it's turned into people looking to bolster their social media presence about, oh, who can I call out to then bolster my algorithm on Instagram and whatnot. And the problem is I hope that doesn't carry into the in-person con scene, because the truth is everyone's there just to relax. Unless it's like we discussed before, which is like sexual harassment or anything like that, like really serious issues, then just keep it to yourself or talk to someone on the sidelines. I think cons are a place where everyone's there fun and just be a complete geek. I don't think there needs to be a like strive to, oh, how can I be the moral arbiter of today? And I think that's an issue that needs to be kind of like addressed as a whole, cosplay especially, because it seems like every day now someone's getting attacked. And I'm not talking about serious things, so before I get like quoted or something, I think that's just something to bring up, like especially as cons are returning to a degree again very slowly.
Yeah.
That everyone's there just to have fun. If you don't like someone, just don't talk to them. That's simple as that.
Yeah,
And there's no reason to go. There's no reason to go around and say, "Hey, did you know that person over there did this? Like, no one cares."
I feel like everybody's just all bark, no bite. Like, yeah, I can talk all this doo-doo online, but like, once, like, I seen it happen. This person will talk mad about somebody, and then like at the con they'll be like,
I've seen
You
that
know?
happen.
Yeah, I've seen that happen too. Like,
so,
they talk
yeah,
a
I've
lot
seen, like,
online,
literal
but
threats,
when they
too.
see them in person, it's just
It's like
they're shaking in their boots.
flight or fight.
It's it's also, and like I've seen this with people where they'll get legit threats about, oh, if I go to another con, I'll this. It's like,
Jeez.
are you serious? You're really gonna do that? It's
really
the
gonna
idea
catch a
that people
felony.
are exactly.
People are crazy.
It is, and it's just like cons are just people going and having fun. I showed up to my first con and we all just had a bunch of fun. Like literally, if you want to do drama stuff, go outside. That's just
yeah,
my
like,
opinion.
yeah, like leave it outside. Like if you're gonna come in and start, trouble, start a fuss and whatnot, then why even bother coming to a con in the first place? Where everyone there that's going there is just going there to have a good time, have fun, and not worry about any outside negativity or drama. Like leave that at home or don't come at all. Because
Yeah,
and it's sad that you would expect this from younger, teenagers or whatnot. No, this is coming from grown adults that just do not know better
Yeah.
because they feel like they're a badass or they're some kind of superstar. Like, no, you're a nobody, just like the rest of us. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Like, you're a nobody. Like, no one cares.
Exactly.
By the end of this convention, nobody will know you, and you're just trying to start some shit because you feel like you're the top dog or no one cares. Like, leave that crap at home.
Yeah, it's the idea that, oh, I have more followers, like especially at larger cons when people that are coming. I guess you call them cosplay celebrities to the tiniest degree. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like they come in and actively put other people down. They do all this stuff. It's like, listen, when you're there, no one has like a little thing on their head that says they're following.
that's what I was gonna say.
It's just like
Goofing.
we're all just people like sitting around dressed up or not, or just talking about like our favorite series or whatever. Like
Yeah.
this idea that it needs to be, oh, well, my cosplay is better than yours because we're just the same character or whatever it is. And this idea that they can also act super pompous because they have followers. Listen, if you really went around asking how many people really know who you are, and it doesn't matter in reality, you know, when you're not hiding behind your screen online, you're just like everyone else. We all
Yeah.
came from the same place. You know, it's like go and make friends. Like for example, I'm gonna be honest, cons were a great thing for me because when you go, no one treats you any differently. You're just like, we're all here having a great time. And I met, you know, a good friend group that I have now. So, you know, look at it like that when you're going to a convention instead of either, oh, I'm going to one up people, oh, I'm going to be really gross, as we mentioned before, you know, people that do that, or people that just, they want to start drama. That's my opinion. Someone's going to think it's a hot take, but
It's a good opinion.
Yes.
welcome to the modern world.
Yeah. Last time I checked, I thought we were just a bunch of nerds dressing up as goofy characters.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Literally.
In a nutshell.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like,
Don't
when
spend
did this
2.5 hours
become like
doing makeup for something.
exactly like when did like cosplay start becoming like an elitist thing where it's like, well, your cosplay is shittier because you bought it, but I made it.
Oh, I hate those.
Oh,
I've seen larger cosplays.
I cannot stand people like that where you talk
Oh my
down to
God.
somebody because they bought theirs, but yet, I created mine. It took me hours of whatnot. Well, good for you. You want a fucking cookie? I mean,
Go-
excuse
go
my
to Coco.
language,
Go to
but
Coco.
do you want a
Yeah.
fucking cookie?
It's like, wow, you spent more money than me and you spend more labor, and I finished my cosplay 3 weeks before you. Good for you.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, for example, I like I've had people that think that that I'm like some bigger person because I had a follower count. I'm like, dude, I buy the same costume as most everyone else for JoJo. I buy it, you know, I just work for it. It's not a big deal. People think stuff. That's awesome. That's great. Sometimes I'll commission people, which I like that about like the con community where you can support other artists. Who cares? Like, you know, no one cares about your makeup. No one cares about where you got your stuff. And I don't mean that like no one cares if you put effort into it. They'll compliment you, and it's
Yeah.
great to see that, especially in like costume contests. That's why we have like in costume contests sometimes it's split between like you made it or bought it. That's not meant to put you down. It's just meant to like, you know, view it a little different. But in the end, we're all just doing the same thing. I've met people before that get upset when also in terms of like the character thing, if they're the same dressed as the same character, they'll get really heated. It's like if I meet the people dressed the same character as me, I do a bunch of dumb poses and photos. It's fun to me.
You and
You
Adam.
know? No,
That's how I met my
Adam.
best friend Tampa last year. That's how I met you, Gerald, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people get heated over doubles. It's like, I didn't know you owned the character.
Yeah.
And then the people that act so much in character and then defend it, that's a double bad. Oh. They'll,
my God.
you know,
Oh my
they'll bump
God.
into you, they'll be an ass, and they'll be sorry, I'm just in character. And
I
what-
can
It's
make
like,
Specific
don't blame the
characters,
character
but-
for your shitty attitude.
Yeah, literally.
Deadass. Have you seen any Jotaro cosplayers that go like yada yada daze right in front of each other? Because I would
Stop.
die for that.
I'm so scared to cosplay Dio at Coffee Fest.
No,
I'm so scared.
listen.
because
When-
like I've been doing a character that no one has any lines for, luckily, other than people saying, "Did you die today?" I'm like, I heard this. I'm just eyeing her bright yellow. Next con, and I know moment I walk in, I'm gonna hear something
Kono Dio dog.
wonderful.
I want to dress up as a steamroller with you, man.
I
Dude, you know
remember,
what? That's fine. I'm fine with that.
I remember when I cosplayed Dio for Supercon 19. That's where I met Gerald. It was
Yep.
great. So many Kono Dio dog. There's story time. There's this group of 2 guys. The whole con, the whole day, they were just screaming Kono Dio da or Re or like that crap. And I'm like, they were cosplaying like my hero, but like just like the jumpsuit. They were like, they weren't cosplaying her. They were just wearing the jumpsuits. But like the thing was like, they've been doing that all day, not asking for pictures, not anything, just harassing me basically. And then like I was like, do you want a picture? What do you want? What do you want from me? And they're like, nah, and they walk away. I'm like,
I'm so glad that people say I look like intimidating because I draw angry eyebrows and put in like creepy contacts.
must be nice.
Oh, It is. Sort of. 'Cause they're like looking up. It's like, you know, like I had someone come up to GlassCon, and I don't know if they were shy. If they were, it's fine. But I was told later that they sat next behind me doing this for like 5 minutes straight before someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Well,
That
you
was
want
me.
to like."
No, I'm kidding.
No, it was no. And they were like, "You want a picture?" I was like, "Just ask me. I'm not that scary."
Yeah.
Like,
I can't do
big
it. It's just
eyebrows, all this,
so
and I turned around
weird.
like,
As a
"Hi,
grown
how
man
are
doing
you?"
this.
Yeah, like people are not that scary when you first, introduce yourself. You're like, hi, such and such, and just, go on with the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I feel like it's like just an intimidating thing. It's like seeing a cool person. Like, for example, when I went to Hamat, me and Adam met a YouTuber called Aki Dearest. I don't know if you guys heard of her. She's like, she's like very popular for otaku culture and stuff. And I was like, it's her. And then me and Adam were just like, and then we took a picture and she was super sweet. But like,
Aw,
yeah,
Nice.
my heart is so sweet.
yeah, it's like I was scared, but at the same time, like whatever, I'm gonna take the picture. Or if I go back home, I'm gonna cry about it. So I took the picture.
Wow.
But I definitely
Like,
agree. Oh no, go ahead.
sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No,
Look
no,
at
go,
you,
go, go,
you're
go, 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 go,
interrupting
go.
now.
Oh no. No, I was just gonna add on like yeah, of course there are cosplayers that I look up to and like I kind of see as like big figures and I'd love to like meet them, but I just get so scared that I'm gonna run into one that has like one of those attitudes because of their fame. I hope not, but
No,
you know.
I don't know. I don't have a filter, so like if someone is a
True.
booty hole to me, I'd be like, "What's wrong with you? I'm just asking for a picture, head ass. Get out of my face. Whatever. I'll find another DL then."
I was gonna say that when you're going to a convention and whatnot, like check your ego at the door. Just check your ego at the door. Especially like regardless if you have over a million followers, you're verified on Instagram and Twitter or whatnot. Check that ego at the door because you like. Of course, a lot of people's gonna be there, taking photos and things like that, video and making memories and whatnot. Which is the highlight of coming to a con is making memories, memorable moments, and nobody there is not trying to have an ego boosting contest or whatnot. But it's sad that you have adults that think that way, like. Yeah, I got a lot of followers, or now I'm a big shot. Like, yeah, good, yeah. You guess what? You still get, I'm not trying to encourage violence, but you still get punched in the mouth the same way another person would that has no followers. I'm just saying. Like, check your ego at the door.
Like for example, yeah, one person might know who you are, but you can ask the person right next to them, and you'll be like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
one person got mixed up with me and Gerald one time.
Oh.
It's like, you're Silver X Empire? I'm like, I'm Waluigi. Oh.
Oh. Gotta go.
I cracked up. Just because I love how repulsive my name is.
Waluigi. Where's that even from? Like, just Waluigi, but... Whoa.
I was drunk and I wanted that name so bad.
Oh my god.
And that's how I got it.
Always
a wonderful story.
It is.
Yeah, checking your ego at the door when you're coming to a con, making sure that you don't stink. Hygiene's important. Respecting people's spaces and not wasting your time. To me, I feel like those are what not to do at a con. And overall, you'll end up having a really great time when you go there. So, like for me, for my experience going there, and of course, respecting the vendors, artists, and of course the staff as well. Even though the con may be crap, like the one I'm not going to mention, but yeah, kind of know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We talked about this too many episodes.
I'm wearing the shirt, but it was where I met the arcade owners of Flynn's Arcade. Like, I'm not gonna say their name because they're irrelevant, but
Oh man, is there something I don't know?
Oh my god, drama, does it involve you?
No.
Behind the scenes.
All right. All right, you know, fuck it. I'm just gonna name drop him anyway.
Ah!
Gamer Comic Expo. Like, oh god,
Yep.
that was
I didn't go.
Thank you.
that was such a
I was about to say.
terrible con. Like, the communication was, and that's another negative. The communication with the con staff, the people running the event, and you know myself as a patron going to there, like no communication. Like, people want to know stuff, and it's like, oh, just you know, come to the con and you see for yourself. And overall, I had a bad experience. I think a lot of people who went to Gamer Comic Expo had a really bad experience. Like, you could just walk in and you could just feel the vibe just go down.
Ooh.
Like,
Feels
I'm
bad,
pretty
man.
sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a bad con, but I mean, by all means, tell
The
me.
amount of Fortnite dances traumatized me still.
Oh, oh no.
They say things about smaller cons and might not get invited. Might not be allowed on panels back.
Oh no. I think my biggest pet peeve with cons. Let's talk about cons, like how they run stuff. Cause like, yeah, you can host a con, but you have to do it right. So like, I'll email a con, or like they'll be like, "Oh, we're doing panels. Sign up." Or if you want to be a cosplay guest, sign up. We'll sign up, and I won't get anything back. No, like thanks. Or like it'll be 2 days before the con, and I'll still get nothing. It's like, okay, thanks for at least letting me know that you don't want me there.
Yeah, like, have
Happened to me a year
communicate. Like, be on time and be prompt with the communication.
Yeah.
Something
It's like,
I
I'm
will
not.
say. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Nah,
Go ahead.
nah. I forgot.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Oh, now I feel terrible. No, what I'm gonna say is like, because I have some kind of occasional gripes with larger cons, I think like supporting smaller cons will also help them get, you know, with buying tickets, you'll be able to afford by things like better staff and whatnot.
Right.
I just want to say that as someone that started out in smaller cons, in South Florida has some of the better smaller cons. I will just say, I would name drop a few, but I don't want to like exclude others
Oh my
by
god.
any
I'm
chance.
gonna
But
start
like,
beef again.
no, I'm just saying like there is some. I really do appreciate like the smaller con. I do think it should be supported more.
Mm.
Just saying. There are these corporate cons that come to Florida, might have super in the name, and
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, who else would I be talking about? It's almost like this giant con that just takes up all of like the beach area.
What the hell are you on about?
Cayetela
Please tell me.
Boca.
No, my issue is just
I know where this is going.
when it
Yep.
no,
We all know where this is going.
no, it's my gripe with like larger cons. Like there are two extremes. There's home at, which I love. I don't think anyone has any gripes with home at. And there's SuperCon, who is the most corporate thing in the world. And like you can go and have fun with your friends, but then the people that usually like run it, especially because I think it got bought out a few years ago.
It did.
It just feels less there's life to it, which is why I brought up the smaller cons, because you go there and like you can get in conversations with the owner a lot of the time in smaller cons, and
Yeah.
they care about it, and like you can go to them and talk to them about serious issues. And I love that, and I appreciate it. You know, you don't need a giant event floor to have a good con.
Yeah.
But I think like not again, it's the speak with your wallet idea. Again, in something that big, you're never gonna get too much, but you know, speaking with your wallet in terms of like support people that really care and are founding events based on their passion for the community, not yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money and we're gonna sell merchandise for 4 times the amount. And the tickets, we're gonna charge $100 for a weekend because who's gonna complain?
Oh, you want to be a guest at our con? $300.
You want to be a guest at a con?
What?
You better be verified
Yeah,
on
that's-
Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, man.
And like, for example, the last SuperCon, like I feel like with SuperCon, it's like people from like out of state, like they don't know Miami. So like the host, like the last SuperCon was in Fort Lauderdale, like not the last one, but like before that was in Fort Lauderdale. I liked it.
Yes, same
Yeah.
here.
Like it was pretty good. The parking was great, but like this last year's was terrible, and like they don't understand
You're
how
talking about
like
2019, right?
20.
I was talking about
Yeah,
now. I'm
2019.
talking about 2019,
Yeah,
but
because
like
2020 didn't happen. Oof.
unfortunately. Anyway, the convention, like they're gonna. I think it was for this year. They're gonna put it for like Mother's Day weekend and Fourth of
Yeah.
July or something like that.
Yeah, I
They were
remember
awesome.
that.
And I was like, what? And everybody was like, can you please not? And no, it was Mother's Day weekend and like the end of college or something like that.
My mom
And the
whooped my
parking,
ass.
my mom, listen, my mom lived out of state, so I'm good. But like, still, there's
Yeah.
people that, you know, and like either the college they had to do like college stuff. Like I think it was like the end of the semester or something like that. It was something like that. And then like the Mother's Day thing and parking was just doo doo.
Yeah,
I
parking at
almost
SuperCon
got hit by a
2019
car
was
twice.
I
horrible.
remember
I just Ubered there.
yeah, I Ubered there too, but like my husband was saying like that's where I met him. So like I'm gonna give some SuperCon some slack because if it weren't for SuperCon, I would never met him. Anyway, it's kind of gay. Anyway, um,
Oh, you killed him.
I killed him.
That was funny.
You like that?
That was good. That was really good.
He told me like he had to find like 4 hours like looking for parking before going to college. I was like,
Even up
I
to
would
30
just left my car. I would just park in the grass. Bye. I'll deal with the ticket.
I wouldn't blame you. The ticket might cost like less than a parking ticket.
Oh my god, can we talk about that? What's wrong with a parking tickets?
I don't drive.
I'm
I just pay the gas for people.
not teaching you how to drive anymore. That's it.
Oh wow.
Pull up in a bicycle.
Yes, I paid to see Dion on a bicycle.
The
Yes.
golden elf shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least my
Oh,
Diablo,
it's
you
rough.
can breathe in it. Oh.
Your boobies all free in the wind. Not this time. Not liquid. The latex.
I know, I didn't get one of those. Oh,
No.
I could not wear latex.
Wow.
I
Fake
asked him
fan.
to put me down like a
Fake
dog.
fan.
Wow. I'm ashamed.
I just said for me personally.
We're cosplayers. We have no shame.
True.
Well, some of us do, but not most. Most of us don't.
No, my first cosplay, I was like, I don't know about showing any skin. I'm just gonna wear the suit version of this character. 2 months later, I got my chest out. I'm barely wearing a shirt. Hello, everyone. So,
I was
my
Deadpool my
progression
first cosplay, man. I was an introvert one.
I think my baby cosplay was like Zelda, and I was like, Zelda, and now look at me. A shame.
No shame.
No shame.
No mercy. Cobra Kai.
Alright, so you guys got anything else?
Did we already touch on like you first?
Oh, I was just saying, the one thing I was just gonna before someone gets mad at me for it, not all big cons are bad. Like I said, I love Homeland, I love stuff like that. And in terms of like the cons that I call corporate to a degree, there's no saying that they can't be improved. That's the whole point of criticism. I'm just saying that. I'm not one of those like they'll never be good. Don't go to them. It's like promote good aspects to it. You know?
Yeah.
Just like
It
they
can always
improve,
be
so-
better.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Anyway. Again, just respect people's boundaries. Don't be a pervert or a creep, or you'll be banned forever from cons. I'll find you. You will be banned. Nasty. Anyway, yeah, don't be a weirdo. Thanks. I don't want to have like any more upskirt photos. Thanks.
Oh, I know what you're referencing now.
Oh my
That
god.
incident.
God.
I wasn't even there for it, but I remember you guys told me about it. Oh,
Jack
God.
here. Oh my god, do you guys know about? Okay, we're not gonna get into details, but we're gonna get to sort of details. So we're at XYZ Con. We're at XYZ Con
Person.
with XYZ person. They XYZ person asked me and my friend to step on them. I was in a Maid Dio cosplay and she was in a Dio cosplay. They asked me to step on them. I don't know what came over me where I said, okay, but I think it was just con high. I'm just going to blame on that. Anyway, he then proceeds, or whatever, he then proceeds to say, I don't know what came over this fool's mind. The gall. He's like, haha, or something. I forgot. It was like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to see. Stop. Sorry, I didn't mean to see up your skirt. I'm like, why are you telling me this? You could have kept this to yourself forever. Now it's ingrained in my memories.
Yeah,
But yeah,
cunt.
a person XYZ. But you know, we don't talk to
At least you,
them
like,
anymore.
in a way, censored the details.
The details. Oh, it could have been worse. Could
Yeah.
have been way worse.
Oh god.
But we keep this sort of PG.
Nah, I let people. I let
just-
people say whatever they want.
Okay, so
I-
this person, his name is. No, I don't want to catch a case.
I haven't cursed or anything on here because I didn't know the rules. I want to be
I like-
a nice little guest.
Doo
I'm
doo.
so nice and something, I think.
That's BS.
Listen, if I'm dropping F-bombs, then that should let you know that, listen,
yeah,
you can
man,
say
I
what
just
you
called
want.
GYX a fucking
all I
cunt.
can say is if you meet me at a con, I'm so much worse. So much worse.
True, he's not lying.
You are my new friend now. I already like you. Because I'm worse than you expect, and Silverback can actually back me up on this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm worse
Welcome to
than
the
him.
club.
Yes, I'm like the new president.
But yeah, don't talk to Astro Cosplays. He's toxic. I'm kidding.
No, I'm not Astro Cosplays anymore. I got hacked.
It hacked
I had to get rebranded.
for reasons
Happens
unknown.
again. Are you gonna be Astral
For reasons-
Sailor?
Astro Sailor.
Man, I just like having Astral in the name. I had it for like.
It's a cool name. I'm not judging.
I'm like, yeah, I'm so cool now. I also figured out that even though I got hacked and I couldn't get Astral cosplays back, apparently there are like a million versions of Astral cosplays from other people.
You got
Like,
fans.
I'm just gonna take another account of mine and just swap the underscore for a period or whatever I did. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so creative. I'm so quirky and something.
My name's
Yeah.
either Cocoville or Coco VLL, depending how I feel. 'Cause I can't decide.
Yeah,
Or Coco 7.
Yeah, Coco.
Coco. Listen, we just go by Coco here because.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
But yeah. Anyways, I'm excited for whatever con is like good to go to next, and everyone can kind of like talk. Obviously, following coronavirus.
Oh my god, please
Yeah,
follow
because
UC highlights.
I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the scene. I do miss, talking with people and just bullshitting and whatnot. I miss it a lot. So I'm just hoping for great things. I know Otaku Fest isn't gonna let people down. They're gonna, if anything, they're gonna be more straightforward with us.
I love
Things
it.
to do, things
I
not
love
to do.
owner Wenji.
So
What a
I
king.
say, I hope they do.
So I'm hoping,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
for great things, and I'm gonna be optimistic about it.
Me too.
I can definitely say I hope my panel gets approved, and I don't know if they'll do it because of what's going on. But if they have another lip sync battle, please come watch me be a fool. Dressed
Oh
as,
my god,
Dio.
I'll enter with you. I will enter with you.
Oh my god, I get to take video of you and make
Please
memes.
do.
Yay!
I'm already a
I'll be
meme, so go
unrecognizable.
ahead. Come on.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So I'm excited. Thanks for letting me come on to the show. I'm
Not
so
a
honored.
problem.
I'm so important now. I was invited on
yes,
a
you fellow
podcast.
weeb.
Thought out he got big head. All I gotta do with this in the group chat. Thanks.
Alright.
Well, it has been an honor to have both of you guys on, and
No.
I miss both of y'all. I miss chilling with you guys and hanging out with you guys and whatnot. And I can't wait for next year for great things, and we get to do it again, bigger and better.
Super glad
True
to
For once,
that.
I get for once I get to be actually like doing cosplays in person. For the past like several months, it's all been.
We've been
put on
having like
cosplay, stay
mini
in my
conventions
room,
at your house.
photo.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's like
Your own
just like
panels,
5,
your own
6 people.
snacks.
Oh my god. Yeah, lately we've been like having like little mini cons at Logan's house. It's great.
But safe before someone
It's
kills me.
safe.
It's safe.
Before the Karens come get you.
I've dropped my film school budget on a backdrop and lights. I'm so. Oh.
I mean, those RGBs are pretty dope.
Definitely.
Yeah. I just said it was for film. I sort of use it for film.
Keywords.
For film.
King
Sorta.
Crimson.
For legal
yeah.
reasons, film.
For legal reasons, this is for school and education.
Works for me. No witnesses.
Yep. All right, and with that closing, you guys want to let the people know where they can find you guys at? Logan, Coco.
Again, my name is Logan. You can find me on Instagram only, astral_pioneer. That's it pretty much now.
For me, it's either on Instagram, it's Cocoville, and on YouTube, and then for Twitter, it's CocoVLX. But yeah.
Okay, I follow you. Cool.
Hey!
And Waluigi. Where can they find you? If
It's
they
your
haven't
boy.
been following us already.
On Twitch, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, I think. And
Yeah, I gotta
also
follow you now.
And also Pigeon Mail.
What now?
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm kidding. I said Pigeon Mail. Also, I'm also on Xbox.
Alright.
Let's see. What else can I say? Make sure you guys follow the guidelines when it comes to what not to do at a convention. Please don't be a creep. Be nice to others. Don't be afraid to ask any questions to some people and cosplayers for pictures. Consent is important, and make sure you have a designated driver.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Also, it was great to have you guys here. It's an honor meeting you for the first time.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. I felt so honored.
I know, I was so hyped because I only heard about you. Well, both of you actually.
Legends.
Well, both of you actually.
We know what you said. Just don't lie. You only heard
You
of
get to see
Logan.
me without
No, I
like
actually heard
pink
both
and
of you.
purple everywhere.
What happened, Logan?
I said people get to see me without pink and purple everywhere.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you know what's
I'm
amazing?
unrecognizable.
You know what's amazing?
What's up?
Seeing Logan's eyebrows after he does his makeup. The day
Josh.
after. It's great.
No, I'm just normal, but with pink eyebrows still. Oh god.
One step closer to being your poppy.
Shush.
Oh my.
Alright. Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyways, this has been episode 2 of Otakus of South Florida. I'm your host of Silverback Senpai, and we are signing out. Y'all have a good one.
See ya.